Hey, it's the Chief Bonnie with Board Games and RPGs. I'm Bart.
I'm Scott.
And we are back with what the cliffhanger was. We were finishing a funeral.
Yeah.
Blackhawk shows up.
We had a plot twist. I was kind of bad to think of something there, get going, but yeah.
Well, Earl St. Clair thinks his Blackhawk's the savior. All of a sudden, there's fast roping. There's an RPG. You get on Starlink, and all you get back is Mandarin Chinese. And then when I think you get in English is... which building you in, American? Which I still can't do a Mandarin Chinese accent.
That was not very good.
That was horrible. Can you do it?
No, I don't.
It sounds racist if you do it. That's why I tried to stay away from most of it.
But no, we figured out that possibly it was 4 blocks away, this building.
Very close.
Some sort of a black site.
Yes, well,
gain of
it's
research
all we can imagine is because the chopper comes in, 7 high-speed looking dudes fast rope off, and an RPG dumps the Blackhawk into the street.
And we figured out it was the Chinese.
Yes, because what we're saying is their command and control over our Satlink or Starlink radio. We get heavy Chinese who are simply asking where we are. And I'm like, I think I immediately reach over and I kill the power.
Prank call.
And I'm like, what the hell? We can't leave this building. I mean, it's 200,000 zombie packed streets. We've got vehicles.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to be concerned with us. They're getting what they get, what they got, what they're after.
Yeah, but if they triangulated our signal,
they've got threats all around them. Right. I don't think they're necessarily worried about us. But I think now, us being who we are, we're concerned that these up to 7 operators might need help.
You got to imagine.
Who knows what's going on?
I think whoever inserted those 7 in, there's something they want there. They just took fire. Mm-hmm. They've got 7 folks stuck there.
At this point, is it even any of our business?
But did we just step into it with getting on the radio? I think we did. I think at the very
You said we got.
You did.
You got on the radio. No, I got on Starlink. I was just on the internet. Starlink's just the internet. You were on the radio, you said.
All right. Then I'll take the blame.
You said I got to be saying
there's Chi-Coms. This is a Chi-Com operation. Well, what are you doing on Starlink? What'd you get? Elon say, how you doing?
I was checking X, Twitter for updates.
Trying to see what's going on. All right, because the threat clearly is this seems like...
So, I mean, they know someone's out there on the radio.
Right.
That's...
All right, but I clear us off. We do have a potential threat. You've heard of Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's gun is a play where if there's a rifle above the fireplace, it's going to have to come into play at some point during the play itself. So this being a plot twist, there's got to be a human threat from this group. You can just feel it. That's why it was made prominent.
If anything, I would say maybe we just we're watching and we start to see these kind of Chinese uniforms. Okay. Or soldiers kind of spread out going building to building.
Well, our 4 buildings over.
Like they're searching.
So 4 blocks over, we're definitely hearing some small arms fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we would hear, would 7 be enough to handle a threat if they have an RPG? Who knows? There could be 4 people like we have.
Maybe we see them like they shoot a rope from one building to the other. We see them like not repelling, but they'd be like,
This is the Chinese.
Across. Yeah, the Chinese.
Well, we're assuming we can't see them, but it's not like our uniforms.
We could, yeah.
4 blocks with binos?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go with it.
I don't think it's necessarily that they're concerned about us, but we just notice that they're starting to search and move into other buildings. So we know at some point it's going to concern us.
Got it. All right. So what we are seeing is snippets of a well-trained, organized team of folks in unfamiliar BDUs that are using some type of odd, like, rope system where they're able to shoot a harpoon across.
That's right.
007 over.
That's right. Okay. That's like a very James Bondish.
Got it. Okay, so we
Tomb
have
Raider type stuff.
Got it. We have unknown, maybe Chinese, spec ops, working building to building. Well, okay. So our problem is we've already got ourselves a pretty decent road of, we've got a living area. We've got water held in these big tubs. We've got great vehicles down in the basement. We've got ammunition. We've got fuel.
Medical supplies,
Right.
food.
So the idea that such a small group would be able to perfectly clear every floor or every building in a 4-block radius would be circumspect.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's that. I don't think it's concerning to us like right at the moment, but it's something we know. We're like, they possibly could eventually end up here.
Got it. What I will do is there'll be a random roll modifier, kind of like how we used to do for if power is going to go out. Roll modifier for random spec ops. All right. Which means it could end up posing a future problem. Is there anything we want to do, you and I, we would, to prep? We are a pretty tall building, so the idea, what you would probably see is some kind of movement from a lower building over to a window or something.
Sure. I think at this point, all we would want to do is maybe set up surveillance of some kind on that adjoining, or that, that building right across the street, where if they do come to us, where will they be coming from? It's right there. Let's set up some countermeasures or some surveillance.
Okay, so we have a human problem amidst all of our zombie problems, amidst our dwindling force within this building, because it's you, me, Rebecca, Jillian, the trophy wife, Noah Chubbs, who's 12, and Emma, who's mentally sprung.
Do we think at some point maybe it's just best to try to evacuate this position and
I love
go
this
elsewhere?
Building.
Yeah, no, we're good right now.
The sea of zombies in the street, I don't know if an M1 Abrams would be able to get through them right now. I think we will have to let that, and I think that can take upwards of a month of them just kind of moving out through the city, because we were at the epicenter.
A week, 2 weeks.
Right. So I think week by week, I think
we're fine for now. We're not worried about the possible Chinese. They're 4 blocks away, if anything, slowly making their way. Right. Maybe the building that we saw them rappel into is the only one they're going into. We don't know yet. I don't think we're overly concerned with it, other than just setting up surveillance in that direction.
And that's weird. There's small arms fire and a Blackhawk being shot out of the sky.
Now, that would draw a lot of the zombies, though, at that point.
Lord,
all that noise.
Yeah, smoke, fire, oddness from us. There's more at play. That's a first sign of a bigger world. Got it. Okay.
There could be maybe there's a possibility one of those that rappelled in there is your buddy Mac that we're looking for.
Yeah, I guess we're not able to guarantee that. It's just weird that there's Chinese words coming over the radio like it's their operation. So we're left with a bunch of question marks there. If we were to shrink it back into our building, is there anything we need to do? Do we need to do a check of the generators?
I think generators are good. We just left them when we come up to do the funeral, and then all this happened pretty quick. I think we're okay there.
We just take a night's
we
rest?
Still have to. We're still in search mode. We're still in scrounge mode. of securing. Well, how much food, medical supplies? We got plenty of ammo.
I think we've got at least a good month to 2 months. I think we've got it.
We set up surveillance and we take the night off.
Got it.
Take a bubble bath.
And surveillance, we do have the pump still working.
Burn some aromatherapy.
All right, so you decide. I like this. I think you decide with the group. We've been through hell. I picture you giving like a montage of, you know what? We've got the generators running. We've got power on this floor. I do think we're careful about blacking out the windows so we're not drawing the attention of these operators. Mm-hmm. But because of the power,
you definitely kill lights.
Yeah,
not like a kill power, but just make sure you don't turn on the lights.
I think you give a wonderful little speech, maybe about, hey, break out those bath bombs. you tell Jillian, Rebecca, see if you can minister to Emma. Just
You
make
want
her
me to
feel
give
better.
You want me to give a bubble bath to Emma?
No,
What'd
you
say?
want them to minister, like
I want
take
them.
care of her.
I got you.
I think you're probably telling me, hey, go make up with Chubbs. I'm like, I don't think there's any doing that. All right. I like that we could spend, neither of us have picked up any kind of health issues, bruised, battered, broken. I like the idea that we get a night of rest. It's like we're on a shrinking island of humanity.
Yes.
So it's the next morning. We prepped the building. We still know the idea. If we end up going floor by floor below floor 58, we've used wedges to lock rooms or hallways down, or elevator or stairwells. I think we're pretty good on our secure prep. Would there still be the occasional zombie that could get into our area?
Oh, sure. I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I know. We've done pretty decent. And we're using the elevator to traverse, so it's not like we're moving through dangerous ground.
Yeah. I think if you got it that secure, I think, and we've searched those floors.
What if I float out an
good.
idea to you?
Float it.
What if we, knowing there's some unknown Chi-Com threat, what if we flip the script and we move down to like floor 30, secure floor 30, 31? There wouldn't be these nice suites, but we could secure that, and we could purposely let zombies up into these upper floors, meaning if danger comes our way from above or below, they would have to get through the zombies first. We could create a proximal zone of safety.
A pocket.
Yeah. It wouldn't be nearly as nice as these suites we've got on the 60th floor, though. It's going to be more like office space.
Sure.
But that's the only thought, because there's not enough of us. If we had fast ropers hit our roof, we're probably toast. You and I just know the odds are we're going to get smoked. These other folks wouldn't be able to handle it.
Maybe you.
You think you could hold up the 7 special operator Chi-Com? No. I don't know. So I float out. There is an option of make an area that it might be a hard sell to the ladies to leave this palatial kind of penthouse suite area, but we could shift. The problem is you and I are going to have to go clear a brand new area, which would bring.
So you're talking about leaving or maybe populating 10 floors with zombies?
Intentionally.
Yeah. And then clearing a couple floors.
Well, we would probably clear our area, wedge it, make it as safe as we can, move our stuff down to it. We can use the elevator, which is in our control, but then we would then intentionally, which would be hazardous, flood these upper areas to create almost like that, that guard dog of the junkyard above and below.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody getting...
I wouldn't tell Rebecca and Jillian what we were doing. Maybe Rebecca.
Until the end.
Only if it's needed. Yeah. Once you're moving, yeah. So I like that. That's actually a pretty neat idea.
Okay. It gives us
that way, if anybody comes in from below or up above, they're going to hit resistance, and those zombies have to clear a lot before they even get to us.
Unless they're suppressed, but they would. Why would they even go through clearing floor upon floor of zombies? What would,
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's a good.
Sounds like the mission.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're on 60.
Yes.
I think we've secured up to 57 or 58.
Right. And so I'm talking like
up is secured.
So I'm saying the first order of business would be us going down to like 430.
Well, you had asked earlier, and I thought that's why you were talking, but you had mentioned what's the chances of a stray zombie getting in there somewhere? The only thing I'd say is each morning or 2 or 3 times a day is you go around the perimeter, you go check your doors, make sure everything's still locked, everything's still shut. Maybe one time you're like, why is this door ajar?
Got it. Yeah, and then it would be an alert because, hey, we had a wedge on this door and it's no longer secure. Got it. So let's do that first. There's a perimeter walk. I think the odds are low. Let's do a 10% roll that you find a door that's ajar.
Yeah. Most of it, because it's secured, we're good to go. Yeah,
99. 99. It's secure, and that's even not only yes, but hell yes.
Yeah.
I think.
F yeah.
Yeah, it's secure, and there's a bonus. God, I hate to give up this top level, but we've definitely got a human danger as well. We just saw they fast.
Yeah, but we're only giving it up if we have to. I mean, that's last ditch.
Right, but wouldn't we have to do
exigency.
It pre? I mean, if they fast rope onto the roof, the gig is up.
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
Well, so how about this? Why don't we clear a redoubt on floor 30, an area we could probably retreat to.
Okay.
That at least is down, and we would know we could fall back to floor 30. How in the world do you clear a corridor? It would have to be not elevator probably, or would you just take the elevator to the 30th? I mean, that would be the easiest way. I guess they can't stop the elevator once it's down, and we could wedge the elevator open so it couldn't go back up. Is the elevator the easiest way, or do we need to create some kind of emergency fire stairwell corridor that we fall back to that would be able to work down?
Oh no, yeah, you'd have to have a secure way up and down, minus I think stairwell, elevator in case you have power, stairwell for when you don't. So you have to have a one.
You want two options.
Yeah.
And ideally keeping the elevator under our control, which would mean, you're jumping in the elevator, taking it to 30th, yet we've also got a corridor that we can take. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would mean even if we're just doing a redoubt, this could be something that, you're right, maybe only you and I know about. Maybe we don't even need the whole 30th floor. We just need a portion of 30th floor. You want the whole floor? Because what I'm saying is we're going to get to work.
You want some zombies roaming around out there?
You don't. But I guess what I'm talking about is creating a pocket.
Yeah.
So rather than even a full floor, tell me what you want, and we will, what today's business, what this episode's business is going to be, is us creating the redoubt. How's that? You like me saying redoubt repeatedly?
Yeah, I don't even know what you mean.
It's like a safe base.
A redoubt?
Yeah. It's like a bunker.
Okay. I think we need the whole floor.
Okay.
I mean...
Got it. All right. So rather than clearing stairs down for now, why don't we take the elevator to the 30th and we will piece by piece clear the 30th floor, wedging doors, wedging our emergency stairwells closed. Okay. Let's make this into like, we're going to do north, east, south, and west. So we're going to do 4 clears. You and I are down, we're locked and loaded, we're ready to go. We got ARs. I even think if you want it, you're able to go silent. I think we've had enough time. That's the planned deal.
You said ARs, but I think you mean M4s.
M4s, sure. We're running silenced. We're ready. We're going to clear this floor, establish it, and then I think we can come back in future episodes and make our exits stairwell wise and kind of secure out a bunker. I think let's just come out on the elevator and we'll just deal with what's in front of us. You ready?
Okay.
All right. So let me take a look at my ranged combat. Yours isn't nearly as good. No offense. 5-6. What do you got? Under ranged agility and ranged
agility combat. Is 2, ranged combat 3.
Got it. All right. We're going to pop out. I guess the question has to be what we're running across as we move. And I think it's got to be 50-50 as we step out. Why don't you give us 50 or less? Yes, we're dealing with some zombies immediately.
52.
Ooh, that's a no. So
right out of the chute anyway.
right,
Out of the
yes.
elevator.
As we come out, we've got nothing directly in the hallways in front of us. We are definitely at floor 30. It's got to be just offices. So I'm picturing, when you come out, you're in your elevator bank wall area. And then I'm imagining there's just like that inner square that deals with offices that all have windows on their inside, So we're going to clear, give me a name of an office building that we're going to clear that's directly the north face. Can you think of, how about, it's a law office?
Glock.
Oh, it's a Glock. Man, okay, how about, well, let's go with law office of
law office.
Magruder, and give me a name from a movie.
McMuffin.
Magruder and Muffin. And
What'd you roll for?
I don't know, 68. I was going to do something with my number, and hey, stop! All right, so we know it's a law office. Magruder and
McMuffin.
McMuffin. All right, we're going to clear this law office of Magruder and McMuffin. So if we run into zombies in here, these are going to be like the suit and tie type that are in here. As we go room by room, we've got to see what we come into. I think we've got to do like a scouting check. What is your wits with your scout?
5 wits, 3 scout.
Ooh, damn, you're looking good. So why don't you take point as you're coming into the office and just roll the number you have. You're going to roll and see what, are you able
5.
to, what's your wits?
5.
And your scout?
3.
Ooh, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's nice. So you're coming through just quietly.
Did you just have to use your fingers for that?
I'm always doing 5 things, but yes.
5 and 3.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm also running this, that, and then doing simple math. I don't claim to be a geologist.
One of them McMuffins.
Right.
What do you want me to roll for? What are we rolling?
You're doing a scout, so you're getting to roll your wits and your scout. You're basically moving in and kind of like checking the law office.
Okay.
Seeing if you find something, it's probably that you're getting an idea that there is a zombie in there. Otherwise, we're going to do a random check like does one come out of a closet later.
So what does the roll reveal?
If you get a 6, it's going to be a success on your scout. And then we got to determine what you're scouting. You're scouting for zombies.
Okay.
Ooh, you got
6.
1. Now, you could tell me, are you scouting for anything else? But I think we're clearing for zombies.
Yeah, we're clearing for zombies.
All right. So if you're clearing through, the question is, if there is one, yes, you've seen it. So 50-50, 50 or below.
Nope.
Nope.
64.
So you've safely cleared. You didn't find a zombie, but I think you found something of interest because we know you found something on the scout.
In the law office.
Yeah, what if it's as simple as you find like a nice Kimber sitting in one of these guys' desks? A Kimber is a handgun, like a 45.
Sure.
All right, so I like it. You're checking, and I think you come up with a Kimber. If you want to throw a Kimber down on your equipment under your weapons, you could just list Kimber under your M4. I like the idea that you're scout, and then if we do get a zombie, you're like, yeah, we found it. Because we knew the place wasn't infested. All right, we're rolling over to the other side. Let's just go with, since it wasn't a Glock subsidiary, I think SIG's got to have an office in Atlanta. Okay, so you took point on the other one. I probably shouldn't scout because I only have a wits of 2 and a scout of 1. I'm going to search this one. Because just give me one more die. I should be letting you scout, but I want to scout this one. And I don't see anything, so we're not going to have a forewarning, but 50-50, you roll 50 or less, there is going to be some zombie in a closet that I missed.
13.
Oh, God dang it. All right, so I'm like,
Why were you searching?
Yeah, well, so you came up with a nice Kimber, and I'm like, I ain't got nothing in the SIG place. You come up with a Kimber out of McMuffin, and I've got no SIGs in here, and all of a sudden, the closet lurches open. And now, does it lurch toward you or me? I think I've got to be odd, you're even.
Okay.
So I'm odd, you're even.
8.
It lurches towards you.
Okay.
So you've got a lurching coming towards you, which is actually quite dangerous. You get to do your weapon skill first. If somehow you miss, then there's a randomizer. Like, does it get a bite on you? So I think I could take a shot at it as well. So we're both going to get a shot at it. Why don't you shoot first, since it's lurching towards you? It'll be your agility and your ranged combat.
2 for agility, 3 for ranged combat.
Got it. Add them together, and I've done a very poor job of searching. I think I'm going to hear about it. Oh my God.
Got it.
Is this the Kimber? I think you're like...
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, look what I found. I'm like, Bart, look at him.
And I'm like, shit, where did he come from?
I'm like, what'd you find?
You're like, you searched? I'm like, I didn't look in the closet. I didn't even hear that bastard. That's good. That's perfect. All right. Do we call scene right here, knowing we still got to clear? All right. Cliffhanger. We still got to clear 2 sides of the building. It's been made aware that I'm no longer going to clear these other 2. I'm going to just support you in said clearance.
You cover the rear.
Right.
I'll search.
Right. When we return, we've got to clear, I think it was northeast, we got to clear south and west of the 30th floor. We're trying to make a what? A redoubt. We're making a redoubt. This is Chief and Scott. Bonding with board games and RPGs. The Walking Dead. That thing could have been a face biter if you hadn't got it with the Kimber. See you guys. Bye. Perfect.